Countdown begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you, everyone. I warned you I would be coming in hot today. So, sorry I know I'm a couple minutes late. I did just travel in from Toronto like half an hour ago. But I'm here now. Of course, there was an update to some of my software as soon as I logged on. So here we are. We're ready to go. Got my coffee ready. Game's just turned on. I'm going to get the thought mob going as well. But how is everyone feeling today? Is there any predictions? We didn't ask that last night. I just realized. And people is here already. Ci siamo. Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's do this. Okay. We are now getting the half-naked dudes in the locker room coming into the feed. Yeah, this has quickly become the most famous thing Fubo does pregame, is showing off everyone's junk. And I'm sorry, I forgot to place my mic. That should be much better. You know I have a habit of doing that too. You got to yell at me when I'm being silly and Russian coming in like this. You got to remember, if you don't see my mic, it's not in my mouth. You can't hear me. People saying, "What's up, Dave?" Yeah, not much. I'm finally just off the road, I guess. I would say you sit down and relax, but I kind of did that for the past 4 hours driving home. So sitting down, getting excited now. Yeah, I bet it sounds better, of course, because it's where it should be. It's got to be, they say like a fist. Put your fist up to the microphone. That's about how far you got to be to get optimal sound out of it. So you kind of got to be right up in there. What's the picture of that buck on your wall? Okay, yeah. And you know what, actually? It's metal art from, what do we call it? Displayed, it's called. And I've been through a few moves. It's got scuffed around. It's not that pretty. But if you know Foo Fighters, there's Learn to Fly. It's one of their songs. And it's basically, well, you can see the imagery going on there, the lines of the bucks turning into flying birds. So I thought that was pretty cool. That Juventus sign beside it as well. That's metal art as well. I have a couple more off camera. You can't really see, but yeah, they're nice. They're not horribly expensive. You can get deals on them. Get the coupon codes, Black Friday, what have you. So yeah, I'm a bit of a Dave Grohl fan on whatever he does. Nirvana, Foo Fighters. I know he's done a few other things. Yeah, I mean, he's wicked. So yeah, I love it. That Chiellini picture is legendary. Yes, and that is from the Turn Giant store as well. And that's $12. It's not super expensive in any case. And they're nice. I just went to Walmart, it's just a cheap frame, really, but it's all you need. I just punched out the plastic anyways, because it wasn't a glass frame deal, which, whatever. There would have been reflections with all the lights around, right? So I didn't want that anyways. I just got the frame. Okay, yeah, Forza Juve. How's it going, bud? Okay, let's get Thought Mob going. And my feed is in Italian today. Okay. Interesting. That's the first Fubo Canada has given me the Italian feed. Well then. Is anybody else getting an Italian feed today? No Dash today. No, Thursdays are the days he's super busy and he can't really do a whole lot. So unfortunately, especially midday like this. Okay, no, I'm getting an Italian feed somewhere and an English feed somewhere. I'm getting two audio feeds from the... Okay, hold on. I'm refreshing my screen. Yeah, they forgot to separate the audio. It's crazy. I have the Italian and English commentators on at the same time. I'm just turning it off. I'm turning the sound off completely because I can't process that. It's insane. There's no way. So, wow. Yeah, let me know if anyone else has that going on. Yeah, I know it's the evening. It's the 6:30. No, it's 6:30 in England, or sorry, Italy. So I think that's 5:30 for the British Isles. Okay, so the fought mob. Don't tell my teacher that I'm here. Of course not. Why would I tell your teacher? What class are you in anyways? Anything important? Okay, I'm going to get this fought mob up for you finally. All right. Okay, so we are about to start. Okay, so we're just getting Verona's up on here, so I'll just go off that. So they have Montipo, Ceccarini, Davidovic, Hein, so back three, Doig, Hongla, Sumana, Terracciano, midfielder, and Calon Lasagna up front with Juric at the tip of the trident. And Juve coming in now. So Parlin, Bremer, Bernucci, Danilo. That's actually not a bad back line. Kostic, Rabiot, Locatelli, Fagioli, Quadrado. So that is unchanged. And Keane and Milik up top. So a proper 3-5-2 this time, not the 3-5-1-1. Yeah, Rabiot is going to Qatar, sorry. Or Qatar. So this always comes up. Is it Qatar or Qatar? And I think English people say Qatar, if I'm not mistaken. And Frankie's in math class. I'd say that one's fairly important to know. Like it's, even if it's not important, it's good for your head. So, apologize to your teacher later, I suppose, because math ain't important today. The only math that matters is what's on the scoreboard and whatever weird stat stash pulls up on the post game. Yeah, bench injured players here. So, of course, we'll just start with the injured. We still have Pogba, Deschilio, Ake, and George, and Vlahovic. Vlahovic is kind of iffy now for the World Cup, even. Davey said it correctly first. So, Qatar or Qatar? So, Qatar is 1, Qatar is 2. Qatar is way easier to say, I think. Otherwise, Verona, they have a red card for Magnani, so suspended. They don't have Piccoli, Fardoni, Coppola, and Hurtstich. We still have a fairly short bench as well. Di Maria, Sule, Moretti, Paredes. So the Argentines are back. Sandro, Drugani, Gatti, Pinsolio, and Tech. So a couple options off the bench. 2. So Qatar. Okay. All right. I'm just going to roll with that. I've heard more people say it that way. I can't remember why I heard it the other way now. But it was an English person that said it. And you know when English people want to like sound like they're smart, you kind of believe them. Because for whatever reason, we just believe in English accent. I don't know. Maybe North Americans are dumb that way. Yeah, they're doing the hugging. Yeah, they're in the tunnel right now. Let's see if they figured out the the commentary, if it's one language now. It is. Okay. Like, I don't mind if it's in Italian. I can understand most of what's going on. But I don't want both languages at once. Dash is here. Sorry, guys. In the office doing business. I'll be with you in spirit. Well, that's kind of lame and heartwarming at the same time. Okay, so I'm saying that one was an outlier. That British dude I was listening to. This is crazy. Should have never listened to him. And I could just be making storylines up in my head. I have no idea. So they are walking out. See, this is a lot classier. Their training kit, how they have that pink stripe around the neck, the collar. That I don't mind. It was that pink stripe right down the center. And it's brighter than the original, I feel, right? Because the original would have been more pastel, not as neon and in your face. Okay, so here's the Serie A anthem. And if you don't know the history with the pink kit, and this is what I'm gonna try doing for you guys on the World Cup break, I'm gonna do some little snippet videos of just some cool history information about Juve. But essentially, the pink kit, if you don't know, that was their original kit. They just had these pink shirts that they wore, but they faded really quickly. So I think they only had them for the first 3 years. Obviously, I'll do my research when I do this, make sure my facts are 100%. But yeah, anyways, there was an English guy there that was involved with the club. One of the guys asked, hey, we need new jerseys. Went back to his home club in England, which Nottingham County, I believe is what it was called at the time. Anyways, they basically just sent back their jerseys back to Torino, and bam, now we have the black and white stripes. That's why we look the same. I think a few teams must have done the same thing, but we were one of the first to rip it off. Here's the coin toss. KF's missing Dash's presence. Just got to deal with me, man. Bones. Dash, your spirit lives with us with the sound bites. Oh, I guess I haven't even done any sound bites yet. I am not on point as much as Dash with that. Man, Dash is getting a lot of love. Look, it's got a bit of a following here. Okay. Americans are known to butcher names like their pronunciation of water. Really? Water? Or did they say like wada? There's so many American accents too, though. So like there's the New York, the Boston, you got the redneck style, got the Midwest style, which sounds a lot like Western Canadian as well. So KF says I'm saying water incorrectly. Like water? I don't know. Get me a soundbite or record yourself, send it in. Tell us how we should. And I can upload it. Like if you send it over, yeah, I'll open up Discord, or if you want to send me how to correctly pronounce it, we can get into it. But the game is starting shortly. They are lined up. Let me get the font mob thing here going correctly as well. Okay, we are underway. Okay, so I'm going to try not to look at the font mob. This is one of the things I'm going to work on the break, is trying to figure out syncing up a feed with what we have as well. Okay, KF will come on live to correct me. Okay, all right. That's fine. Wait till Dash is here, so I have backup, and we can both kind of tell you that you're wrong. But yeah, anyways, we are underway. So a couple 50-50s in the midfield. Rabiot wins it. Locatelli coming in with slides. Wins the ball back. Locatelli's pretty good with the slide tackle. He doesn't rate super high, but I don't think these algorithms really rate slide tackles, but sometimes they can be so key. Yeah, when you do them so cleanly, right? And you win the ball back, especially in critical areas. But we just want it back. Milik just got bounced off the ball. But this may, and I think Dash called it, be a bit more physical. The crowd is loud though. Like people whistling. It sounds like the ref is whistling, which is very disorienting. Lasagna's moving up. Oh, Verona just stepped in. Benucci kicks it out for a Verona corner. Salvatore Bocchetti, the new coach there. Yeah, he's pretty young looking. He's doing a lot of yelling. Oh, wow. Yeah. I just saw how far ahead the FOP mob is. Oh, geez. That's right. Fubo. I've been through this before because it came in such a rush. I'm at 726 right now. I did just hit the live button again. It does that. Whenever you're at the pregame or the halftime, it somehow just forgets what it's doing. And then you realize 5 minutes later that you just missed 5 minutes of the match. So people, thank you for calling me out, and KF asking that as well. Because yeah, I was way off. I don't know. I don't know how much I can just sit here and complain about Fubo, but let's move on with it. I'm at the 8th minute mark now, so that's still 40 seconds behind FOP mob, which is insane. Excuse me. No, I'm definitely we're gonna use something different for this live from now on. I got a couple days here now that I'm back home and got some time. I'm gonna find for this weekend, right? For Sunday, Lazio. I'll try to have, if I can find a better method, there'll be a better method in place. But Quadrado trying to move it up the right. He's playing smarter the past couple games where he's not just dribbling into dudes and trying that same old step over. He's looking more for the pass. That was a soft foul. KF's on the broke stream today. Stream, sorry. Yeah, so he's a little behind as well. Yeah, those, I don't know how you want to call them. Those iffy streams, sometimes they are quite delayed. And then they stutter a lot too, so you just keep on getting more delayed as it goes on. Okay, so we are maintaining control. I mean, I can't really tell you how those past 5 minutes really went. Maybe fill me in if anything particular happened. Oh, Rabiot just fell. Just kind of slid. Still maintain control. Bouncing around quite comfortably here. Well, that wasn't so comfortable, that slide tackle, but we do maintain control. Keane holding up. Dinked over the top. Is a clean. Milik. Oh, smart. Dropped it for Rabiot because he was offside. Continued the play. So, I mean, it didn't turn into anything, but good communication. I mean, we still do have control, so it's not like we completely messed it up. So, I mean, he was offside. Didn't touch the ball. Gave it to Rabiot. Here we go. Build up from the back again. Who's scoring today, guys? Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to throw Rabiot out again, but I think it's going to be... I'm calling 3-0 tonight. Milik, Rabiot, and dare I say Fajoli again? Is that too aggressive to predict? Keane. I don't know. Keane has not been nice to my predictions the past couple of years. But why not? I'm down. I'd love to see him dance. So yeah, I mean, here we go. Over the top. Danilo pushing up.
inched out of it, though. Yeah, I don't know how much we are going to see out of Verona here. How much of an attack? Like, they're moving up now, but they don't really seem to have any options. I mean, Juve, when they drop, like, they're very in formation right now defensively. And everything's covered. Like, Juve, it's not so much Juve is doing an excellent job staying in formation, because, I mean, they're not really forced to do much. Verona doesn't have any creativity right now to really seem to know what to do at all, what to do with the ball. Hopefully they're just kind of feeling it out, though. Get some action going on here. Yeah, the Juve players looking heavy, slow. Bones agreeing. And KF saying first 5 minutes they're pushing quite a bit. So, okay, I did miss that. Loco with another slide in there. But yeah, they have looked heavy, I guess is a good word. But I feel that they are sort of conserving energy. It's, Thursday, kind of earlier game. It's just such an awkward time. I'm sure that plays a factor, but knowing that they have a fairly big game on Lazio, or on Sunday against Lazio, seeing that there's some rotation, I wouldn't be surprised if the instructions were to kind of feel it out at first, right? Play very much Allegri ball and go on that a counter. And I mean, to go on the counter with Verona has to do something. So perhaps that's why it seems very slow, because Juventus has not really made an effort to go into a full-out attack yet. And people saying formation looking disconnect in the midfield. I don't know. I just see like a 5-3-2 so obviously, because there's not much movement. But they just want the ball back, dribbling it in. Kostic. I want to throw in. Yeah, Kostic looking light as a feather. He is looking good. No, Milik ain't Mandzukic, no, but I mean, fairly decent, cheap option for some good depth. He started off well. He does need to get into a bit more form here, but yeah, we'll see. I think that 1-1 formation up top wasn't really the most conducive to getting any service right at the top there. Especially Moretti, not even in the natural position, playing that secondary role. Wasn't good, but you saw a lot coming in from the wings in the midfield, right? Kostic, Fagioli in particular, I'm going to kind of point out. And Rabiot. When does Illing come back again? I think at this point it's just after the break sometime. Can see if there's a... Zani just took a shot and missed. He's not even in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's an exact date on that. So Perlin with a save. If we don't have an answer by the time we do the post game, if I forget to look it up, yeah, it's just a lot harder while I'm trying to watch the game. But on a post game, whatever, it's a lot easier just to type in some stats, see what's up. Or if anybody in the chat wants to do that too, just throw it up there. Kostic with the cross in. Oh, it's kind of no one, but Cuadrado picks it up. Cuadrado, not looking too bad. Fagioli dinks it in. Not bad. I mean, defended well. Keane was ready to hit it. But here's a Verona counter. Oh, the cross is good. The bounce was decent, but it is defended. Believe that was Bremer coming in to save the day. Or was it Danilo? The Brazilians. Yeah, that cross. I think it took a little deflection as well, which I think helped it along. Here's the replay. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought Bremer maybe had a touch. But yeah, that was all Danilo there. Okay, so the first threat coming from Verona. Yeah, there's no urgency to move it ahead at this point. Dan Bone saying Danilo and Bremer have been iron walls back there. Yeah. No, they have been great. On Quadrado taking down nothing. Wasn't saying it's a heavy foul, but he stopped his run. But then that on Keane is, so I don't know. I don't know. Kakashi, they've been making marking Kostic too many times. Well, that's obviously the game plan. And this is what happens, right? Kostic might have a little bit of a drop off now that everyone knows about him. So now he gets marked more heavily. So Allegri is going to have to realize, I'm sure he does, but give the players different instructions, maybe change tactics, formation slightly. So we'll see how they do adjust to that. But that could give Quadrado on the other wing perhaps a little more space, or maybe Fagioli, Locatelli, a little space up the center. Locatelli has been doing those long shots, so that'd be nice if he gets a little bit of space. Maybe he'll launch one in. All right, Verona looking to start another attack here. They do get it up the left wing. Crossed in. Very easily headed away. Keane's fighting for it. And then he's getting the foul, it looks like. That's so frustrating when he's getting held back by two guys and he tries to break free and just runs into the other dude, and then he draws the foul. It's like, never mind. He was trying to get hauled down and slide tackled all at the same time. Oh, man. Regardless, it is Verona with the ball. And now they're showing the Argentinians, Paredes, Di Maria. Yeah, without Chiesa today, I'd imagine we see Di Maria. Paredes, probably Locatelli later on. Let Loco rest his legs a little bit for Sunday. Of course, I mean, let's see how this game pans out, but those are early predictions. Quad with a nice little slide tackle. So, I mean, they want it back, gave it. Oh, Fagioli, what happened there? I think he took a hand to the face. Stoppage in play. Let's see what happened. Oh, he kind of like ran into his shoulder, elbow. Looked like he made a small little nudge. I don't know. I think maybe it just hit him in the wrong spot. Kind of rattled him a bit. It's back up, though. All right. So we go over the top again. Milik sitting there, receives it, hits it right at the, oh man, right at the goal. Not bad though. He got it over the top. Of course, the defenders were able to catch up, mark him as he received the ball. But he kind of just like held up and made some space to hit it. It's a good attempt, but we're already trying to get back out of here. Out wide. Back to the D. Okay. Looking for some more. Oh, Jolie. Yep. That's not, yeah, it's an okay spot. Free kick now. Fajoli just kind of tripped up. They're obviously going after Fajoli a lot now too, so yeah, they can't go after everyone. Okay, Quadrado's over it. I think this is going to be a cross. It is. Yeah, just kind of far, but didn't really land, but we maintained control out on the other wing. Here's Locatelli. He has been playing fairly deep as well. He's definitely turning it almost into like a fourth defender, making it a back four at times. Comes back a lot to collect the ball, but here's a cross into Milik. No, just kind of headed away, but Quadrado gets it. Come for, oh no, out for the corner. Quadrado's starting to try to find a bit of space, so he's trying Quadrado it for better or worse at this point. But he is taking this corner. All right, what's going on here? Some guys are talking there. Of course, you always have a conversation. Bonucci's shaking Buddy's hand. I don't know. Some shoving going on. Quad stepping back. Kicks in. Headed away. Quad picks back up, though. I don't know if you heard that. It was my dog. It's just funny how these dogs sometimes, they just like fall over and crash into a wall and fall asleep. Like the most ungraceful way, just like collapsing into the drywall. And there's Locatelli again in Bremer's position because Bremer's moving up. So it's interesting. They're letting Bremer kind of come forward and Locatelli drops back. Shows a bit of dynamicism in the formation. Over to Keane. Man, they're like hauling on him, but there's the whistle. I mean, they've been pretty rough on Keane, and he's been trying to hold up pretty well. So this kick is a lot more central. Let's see what they decide to do. Kakashi saying we need to score in the first half. I mean, you always want to score in the first half, absolutely. I think now that the game's a little more settled out, Juventus has had most of the control. Verona starting to make some mistakes. I think it's about to open up a bit more. And let's see what happens on this kick right now. Oh, and stats just came up. We have not scored from outside the area this year. Very interesting. Locatelli over it. Pretty far, though. It's like, oh, no, just short to Fajoli. So, obviously, the intent is to continue to just sort of wear them down. Rabiot can't quite control it. But Kostic has it, crosses it in to Fajoli. Quad, no, doesn't get it. But Verona, they bust me and touched it right off, right out of bounds, throwing for Juve. All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think we want a goal now. Let's get some goal energy going because we don't want them to sit back too much, and that's kind of what's happening. They're really feeling these guys out, knowing that they're not a threat. Keane. Okay, here's an attack. Fajoli puts it out to Kostic. Kostic, big deflection. Oh, almost drops nicely. Quad, come on. Didn't work out again. Bremer, nice control to keep it in. Keep control. Right on the touchline there. Yeah, Bremer's skills, they impress me more and more as I watch him more. He's built, though, too, which is kind of crazy. Like, he moves well for a big dude. Joli's putting it over the top to Locatelli, so now Locatelli's moving forward. Out of bounds for a throw. So Locatelli's starting to make or look more box to box. Controlling the box. Come on, Milik. Out wide to Quad. Back to the D. I mean, the possession is great, but come on, guys. Still back at the defense. So we're half an hour in. Over the top. Oh, Keane, does he get on this? He does. Tries to dribble, nothing. Here comes Kostic. Passes back from far. Fajoli sails it. But he's not afraid to shoot. He stepped into it. My dogs haven't seen me in 4 days either, so they're here wanting my love as well. All right, so the ball's back in play. Yeah, that was a foul. Tuck down Verona player. The crowd is starting to pick up again. They're trying to get Verona to get into this a little bit, to make something out of what has otherwise been very uneventful. Okay, and they kick short as well. Over the top into the box. Heads it on. And there is a call. A Juve player is down. Yeah, it's unclear now. There's just a couple hurt players. Did they hit heads, perhaps? Because the ref was calling for help right away. Which they are now given to Bonucci. The medical assistance, that is. Yeah, it was still not that clear, but yeah, Davidovich kind of looked like he had a sore head as well. So interesting. I don't know if they'll have to do a concussion protocol thing here, but he's still in discomfort. So who, if anybody, do we see? This is always that tricky point, right? You got 13 minutes left in the half. Do you try to tough it out? He's got the ice pack on his face right now. I think it was more the temple. And that does hurt right on that bone around the eye there. Man, it bruised so easily as well. It hurts a lot more than it needs to. He's up and walking. Rabiot's ponytail is pretty tight tonight, so should expect a header or something from him. Okay, so we are underway. Bonucci is still off the pitch, but I think he's about to be let on. Or maybe not. So obviously now playing with 10 men, they're not really going to do anything stupid. They're just going to kick the ball around a bit, I think. And there he is. Bonucci's on. Still looks a little shaken up, but I think he's all right. He's definitely had worse. Okay. I was trying to play over the top again, but didn't work out. Verona trying to counter. Kostic coming back, getting a toe in, but Verona still cleaning up. And there is Quadrado with the slide tackle out for a throw. So Locatelli and Quad coming in with slides, little match. Letting Verona know that if they want to play physical, that they've shown up as well. So it's good to see. We're not looking as soft as we have in the past, but a little dink. Pardine has it. A little bounce on the turf and right into the pocket. Did they set off some flares? It is foggy on the pitch now all of a sudden. Only on that one end, so it must be. Over the top, though. We got to get a little better on these long balls. Come on, guys. Ooh. So Quadrado kind of ran in front of the Verona guy, number 30, and he fell down right away. I mean, that was a bit of a veteran move from Quadrado, just kind of running in front of him and slowing down just a touch, but he just runs into you. I can see why he'd be upset. Yeah, it's getting really smoky. That's the thing in these stadiums, eh? They don't set off these flares and Danilo just got shoved from behind. No call, and Verona's on a counter. Quadrado cleans it up very nicely, though. Just walks in from behind. Yeah, that's surprising. And, on one hand, I like a nice physical game. But if you just run up behind a guy and shove him off the ball and take it, I mean, that's kind of like schoolhouse rules. Like if you're not going to call that one, you have to let everything go essentially at that point, outside of just like blatant elbows and kicks. But I mean, they're trying to make a little push, but they seem a little disjointed now as well. And Verona back on another counter. Cross in. Oh, another errant ball. They have it out wide now. Danilo's covering. Out to the top. Fajoli comes in with a slide. Now here comes Keane going for a counter. Out to Milik on the right. They have the numbers back. Juve is going to slow this down a bit, get some numbers in. Quadrado has in the right. Out to Fajoli. To Loca. Long range. Oh! Was that on target? Yes, it was. It was a push away from the ref. It was accurate, but unfortunately not enough power. The curl, oh wow, that angle was way nicer. That was a really nice shot. That was way outside, curling just to tuck into the post, and Montipo does just push it away. Quadrado with the cross into the box. Oh, Bremer skies it. Oh, Kakashi still he's got the goal vibes. We still have goal vibes, guys. Very good. Let's get that. That was a really nice shot. Here's another angle from the inside net. That was screaming. Curling and screaming, man. One of these days, Loca, he's going to light up the highlight reels. All right, here's the kick. Goal kick coming over the top. Verona is they're playing the heading game. Back to Bonucci. And here we go again, building from the back, out to Perrine. So they're being very strategic about everything, getting back into their formation, setting up before they kind of throw this ball over the top again. Unfortunately, going over the top is low percentage. The scouting must have obviously said that early, or maybe just to backtrack along the ground, perhaps Verona is a lot weaker, and that is something to exploit. Let's see if it pans out. And Verona, of course, just trying to work off the quick break. They just don't have enough skill, really. Juve's defense is just obviously doing very well right now, and a team like Verona, they don't have the options, the creativity. So they are going to just have to hope for a set play or just a cross that just hits. But Costa's just trying to break out. Almost lost his man, but okay, he still wins the throw. Rabiot's trying to run away with it. Who's the call on? There was holding. I think it was against Rabiot. Yeah, they were both tugging too. I guess advantage goes to the attacker. $40 minutes. Yep. 40 minutes, guys. Here it is. Verona over the top. A couple guys down in the midfield. There's Loca and Ponytail guy. Yeah, Verona just giving it away, and we just kind of bang it away. That was disjointed. They just gave you the ball, guys. Come on. So Verona trying to counter. They get it out wide. Bad cross. Low end. Bremer clears it out, but Verona picks it back up. And very, very weak shot. Yeah, and the commentators saying that now too. They're building up well, but Just no finish, just no skill there, no quality. And that is unfortunate for Verona because I don't know. They've had some decent seasons here, obviously with decent coaches. But I mean, we have to start taking advantage of this as well. Is this another game where we do nothing for 45 and then we just show up for the last 45 and toss a couple in? I personally didn't expect it to maintain this slow of a pace through the for the full 45 here. But again, another slow build up from the back, starting with Praline. Verona now looking like they want to make a little bit of a push in the dying few minutes here. They're kind of pushing higher, getting some pressure on. Praline forced to kick it long. Oh, Verona, what happened there? But Verona's breaking out, and that should have been a goal. He was also offside. Didn't matter, but oh, yes, that was a little worrisome there. And KF saying we've become a second half team. Yes, but come on. Against Verona, these guys are flaccid. Very flat. Very uninspiring. Other than that last little bit there, I mean, they haven't really shown anything. Quad going long. And just kind of kicked away. Rabiot again just shoved from behind. And it's no foul. They're giving them the throw. Like, yeah, just completely shoved from behind. And the commentators are flabbergasted by that non-call. That was blatant. Again, it harkens back to that earlier push that they just kind of let go. No big deal. This one was even more blatant. It was inconsistent because there were some lighter pulls and tugs that he has called, but then again hasn't called. All right, we're about to see how many extra minutes we get here. I'm going to say 2. 1. Only 1. Thought maybe with that Bonucci injury, we'd get a little bit more. All right, Quad goes for a slide, but yeah, he gets thrown. So I don't imagine the last 30 seconds is going to produce anything here. Oh, but maybe. Rabiot pushes out wide to Kostic. A little too wide, lose some momentum. But he'll cross it in here, straight to the goalkeeper. Yes, says he doesn't want more. He wants the half to end. And you aren't going to get any more. That is the half. Okay, so that's 118 my time. Because it's Fubo, guys, I have to pay attention. So that's going to be 1:33 that this half should be starting, and I should refresh my browser before I miss another 5 minutes of this match, as I always do here. All right, so I'm going to minimize my feed. Let's look at some stats. Go over some halftime stats, and then we'll take a quick break. Yeah, let's go to the washroom, get some beverages, that kind of thing. Dash won't be here. Oh, Dash at least comes in with a comment. very lethargic, but I think the squad will start pressing more in the second half. Yes, I think that may be correct. Bones, honestly, a boring half. You know how hard it is to like not be bored. I mean, you can probably tell that I'm slightly bored with the game as well. But Chaos saying, guys, get ready for our half, the second half. Yeah, it's gonna pick up. It's got to. Also, remember, guys, playing at Verona is always tough, despite their form. Even the crowd kind of quieted down too. They were bored with it. But yeah, before we take a quick 5 or so minute break. So goals, obviously nothing. But here is the possession. 2/3 goes to Juve. That was fairly obvious. When you have that much, 66%, I mean, it's pretty obvious that the other guys don't get too much of it. Both with 4 shots, both 2 with 2 on target, and both with 2 corners won. So, I mean, the possession's obviously really the only tiebreaker in this. Okay, let's see here. Just get it so that's the full thing. I'll zoom it back in so you guys can see. But okay, so we have Quadrado here with a 7. Always nailing high scores, and Locatelli with the 7. I like that. Everyone else is 6s. We're all in the 6s. And Davidovic on Verona gets a 7-1. Montipo with a 6-9 for doing pretty good. But again, 6s. And we're talking low 7s anyways, right? So those numbers, both sides, really do exemplify what we saw. It's just very middling. Not a whole lot. Okay, XG stats, because we know Dash loves them. We only 0.15 XG and Verona 0.14. Yeah, so that means we had a slightly better attempt on net at one point. I mean, whatever. Nothing happened. It'll be tough, but the squad has to figure out how to break down Verona's 10-man defense. Yeah. But again, you have to know how to do that against these teams because this is what they do and you have to beat them. So how do you beat them? You break them down. They should know. I'm not going to tell them how to do it. This is something that they should be well versed in at this point. Bim coming in. Juve always seems to apply the same intensity all matches. Juve should have dared to press more today. Yeah, but they're still 45, and I think they will because we do see this trend as has been called out from guys in the chat here. Yeah, second half. Definitely more in the second half. Quad and Bremer should have been 7. So Quad is a 7. Bremer's a 6-9. So yeah. Yeah, they're 7s. I don't know. Is there any comments? There's not a whole lot to talk. Locatelli had that very nice hard curling shot. That was beautiful. It really was. Unfortunately, the goalie did see it coming the whole way. I think that's one of the reasons why Montipo got a 6-9 because he did an excellent job stopping that one. So credit goes to him. We're seeing our lowest scores as well here on our front two. And that's also been a trend. No, you can't put any shade at Perlin. He hasn't had much to do. The shots he saved have been very basic, very easy. So you can't really give him much. Is it just me or are they multi-marking keen? They are multi-marking keen. So because they have thrown so many guys back, and it doesn't really look like that, the 3-4-2-1, but essentially like everyone's kind of collapsing in. And Lozani, he's a bit of a pit bull too. He's always tracking back, getting in there. So even Kalan has done some backtracking, maybe not as much. George, even I've seen them kind of get back into that play. So they are really, as a whole, dropping back into the bus park formation. So yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's Juve not really going for a heavy push, which isn't the craziest thing, knowing that Verona is going to play the counter, which they've done effectively. Their finishing has just been very poor. I don't know. Does anybody have any other words of wisdom on this match? It's hard. It's hard to comment when nothing really happened. Lasagna, I always do love seeing play. He's older now, of course, but he still puts his heart into it. He's 30. So kind of a Serie A mainstay. He's always there somehow. Juric, he's 32. He's a bit older now as well. Mr. Ponytail. Yeah, Kalan, he's young. Terracciano, 19. Nice young guy. Hongla, 24. Sulemana, 19. See, they got some young kids here. 20. Dosh Doig. Chakralini. Okay, I mean, they're either the really old guys or the really young guys. Davidovic, 27. Helen, 23. Montipo, 26. So it's a pretty young squad overall. Off topic, which team are you supporting in the World Cup? Canada. That's where I'm from. Pretty straightforward for me. And you can throw in your support there as well if you wish. What is going on, Discord? Nothing's going on in Discord. Okay, it's just yelling at me for reasons. No big deal. Also, not really more news either. Not from last night. Nothing really new. This is just a very typical early Thursday match. It's just if we weren't invested into our team, this would just be oh, who cares? Nice. It's a weekday match. Come on, Canada Goose. Yeah. There are a lot of those around here. They're kind of a pest. They just shit all over the place, make a bunch of noise. But I mean, they're cool. Whatever. They're all right. They can be aggressive. You don't want to mess with one. They're as tall as a small child, like a toddler. And their neck's all popped up. Okay, what do we have? 27. So, I'll tell you what, guys. It's about 6 minutes to the half starts again. So, okay. If you got a problem with Canada Goose, you got a problem with me. No, I love animals. I don't really care. It's just sometimes, the field I used to kick the ball around, it's just if it was migration city or season, you would literally have to get a brush and scrub the goose shit out of your cleats afterwards and wash your ball. It was gross. So I mean, from that perspective, it's not the greatest, but whatever. I'm all right with them. I suggest you let that one marinate. Why, you going to marinate the goose? You have to. They're very tough meat. Oh, Letterkenny. Actually, you know what? And I passed by it today too. The actual town of Letterkenny is not where they film that show. If you guys don't know, it's kind of a parody Canadian show. It's funny. But the actual town of Letterkenny exists. It's a ghost town. And it's hours away from where they actually film it, which is in more Western Ontario. I'm forgetting exactly where. But anyways, yeah, I've passed by the turn off to Letterkenny so many times, but I'm always it's on my way to Toronto, essentially. And I'm just no, I gotta get home. One day I'm actually going to go to Letterkenny and see what it actually is. Okay, so I'm going to put on the little fancy splash screen thing. On Bones has seen some episodes. Yeah, I'll be back in 5-ish minutes. I'm just going to go to the washroom, get a refreshment, be right back. Stay tuned. What up? All right. We are back. Come on, girl. Out of the way. Come on. Doc's taking my chair spot. Okay. All right. We're coming back online here. We have kickoff. Well, Thought Mom does. I do now. So am I actually closer to Thought Mob right now? A little bit. Somehow. Okay. So here we go. Excuse me. All right. Second half, guys. Second half. Let's get 16 comments. All right. I have to catch up here. Where'd we go? Oh, and Dash said play the music law. And yeah, like when I went to the wash, I'm like, oh man, the music. So like after I was done, I ran back, played the music. Okay. Great work as usual, lads. Let's get to the second half. Yes, absolutely. Let's get it. Kakashi saying Sandra warming up. And Sule. Dash says, don't worry, I'm here for you guys. But are you really, Dash? Are you? Dash is working. That's why he's not on today. I mean, we unfortunately have adult lives with like work and boring things you got to do to pay the bills. So once in a while, it is Thursday right now, 1:30 in the afternoon. I mean, it's the middle of the workday. I've had this week off. So, I mean, this is whatever. This is nothing for me. I have the week off. Otherwise, no, I wouldn't be streaming this. There'd just be no way. Bones was scared here all alone, of course. Yeah, Dash is only here for the comments. He's shallow like that. Otherwise, in the game, they're just kind of kicking it over the top again. So still very much the same. Moretti also in the warm-up. All right. Thanks for filling us in on all those. Everyone's warming. Dash thinking Di Maria will summon around 70th minute. Allegri told me so. Yeah, okay. Okay, Dash. I think you're friends with Max. Okay, free kick. There was no contact. Okay. So Verona has a free kick for nothing. Went off his face. I touched nothing else but Quadrado's face, but here we are. Y'all need to make a be right back. And yes, and you know what? I've actually started. I'm going to do that now, Bones, right after this this kick, of course. Oh, that was actually close. Quadrado's the only one marking Davidovic at the back post. But yes, I have a note I've started here about things I got to do for the channel, like the little improvements. So, yes, you are right, Bones. It is on the list. More milk talk, of course. Of course, Dash is talking about milk. Yeah, and Kakashi saying it wasn't hand. The ref just thought so. I think that's all it was. All right. Well, the Verona crowd is chanting again, trying to get something moving here. But Bremer is taking his time. Out to Rabiot. Rabiot dinks it over to Milik. Oh, he had space on the right, but Takine on the left. Oh, nice tackle. That's a corner. Yeah. He, I don't know. I think he just kind of threw the ball towards the net and hoped for the best. And here we are on the corner. He's trying to kind of break down what he was doing there in the replay, but Kostic in for the corner, cleared out. Oh, a little bit of a collision. I think Milik took the guy down accidentally. I imagine a lot of you guys are at work right now. I know Hamza there. You're in the UK, so you have no problem. He actually showed me some pretty sweet footage at the Carabao Cup Leicester game that he was at in the Curliva as well. Doing a goal celebration. It was pretty cool. So thanks for sending that, man. He's saying it was €20. And they were good seats. Man, 20. If I could watch that level of sporting event, like I don't even care what sport it was, but for essentially would be like $40 for me. Like, yeah, here's my $40. I'll watch it. Bones at work. KF is in bed. It's a little early for bed, isn't it? Or is that just your safe space when you're watching Juventus? Okay, so 5 minutes gone. Another free kick for Verona. Pretty far out. A lot of these have been pretty far out today. So nothing super threatening yet either. Again, just kind of like the rest of the game. Nothing too exciting, but let's see what they do with it. Here's the kick coming in. And kind of bounced around. They kicked it well high. Let's see the replay. So he throws it in. Rabiot heads it, but it kind of just like hits the player and drops down. And then he just whiffed at it. Okay, another whistle. I don't know what's going on. They just started the play. Talking to Perlin. It's re-kicking it. I have no idea what's happened, but they just restarted play anyways. I think they wanted to start from Perlin, and it didn't. Another long ball. They must just be trying to get over the top of them. But here they are. Here's Danilo making a run, coming in. Out, no. Nobody was ready to come onto it. Went central. But here comes Verona. Fagioli. Could he catch old man Lazzani? He does. And here he is just walking away with the ball. Back out to Kostic. Verona coming back heavy, though. Kostic well to win the foul and the ball. And there he is, really just proven how good he is at that wing back role, because no, he doesn't, and actually he has a little bit tonight, gone a little deep offensively, but he does play that whole wing. And I think that's what's really kind of been beneficial with our defense as well, is that Kostic he's a wing back technically, right? Like he can play that defensive role a bit. Oh, cross in, Keane just bounces off of him. But Cuadrado as well. I mean, he's a right back / right wing. And he's kind of not great at either one of them these days, and reinvented as a wing back. It's not as bad, perhaps, is what I'm trying to say. But long throw into the box. Keane's on it. Kicks it off. Too heavy to Kostic, but maintain control. He's dribbling in. Back to Fagioli. Fagioli crossing in. Oh, no. That was almost a little back heel. Fagioli wins it in. He's held. He's calling for... there's a yellow just outside the box then. That was tight. But yes, free kick right on the edge of the box now. It didn't look like much on the camera. He wrapped his arm around it. Fagioli, I mean, he played it off too. Oh, no, it was a handball. Okay. I understand. I thought he was holding Fajoli, but that was a Davidovich handball. His arm was away from the body. So it is what it is. It's just kind of his momentum with his arm swinging around. Sucks for him, but here we go. Quadrado over it again with Bonucci. I don't like when Bonucci takes these, to be honest. But he is yelling out orders. Organizing the squad. Okay, here's the run up. Bajoli making a move. Quad hits it over. Not a horrible attempt, but nothing great. Yeah, it just never dipped. Allegri's doing his anxious back and forth walk. Okay, they're not even getting back underway here. Come on, guys. Oh, is that Fajoli down? No, Locatelli. Is there another card coming? Mm-hmm. Juric. Mr. Ponytail. Yeah, you know, if there wasn't a lot of calls kind of absolved earlier on in the game, I don't think he would have gotten a yellow for that. But I think it's just too many cautions in this case. This over the top from both teams, though. It's kind of infuriating. But Rabiot wins it. Kicks it. Oh, Keane cannot get on a bit. Here comes Kostic bombing in to recover deep in the corner. Maintains control. Crosses in. Something, nothing. Come on. And what do we have? There is a whistle. Frankie, class is over. Freedom. Oh, Never was also a left wing before being a left wing back. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Rarwad. Okay, a bit of excitement then, but Verona's gonna kick it out here any moment. Oh, and Average is saying he can be good, but I'm afraid he's a little too old to learn that position. Average swapped at 22. Yeah, there's a difference there, but across from Verona just defended, and another whistle coming on here. Quad down. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, just kind of clipped from behind. The attackers kind of like swept under him. Here we go, playing back out from Perlin. Bremer, Bonucci, Danilo. Danilo over the top. Milik has it. Out to Keane. It's not quick enough. And they try to counter now. They cross in, and Bonucci just right on it. But they come back for a long one. Ooh, a little bit of a deflection coming in, but sails over. So they can be somewhat tricky on the counter, these guys. They have shown that all game. Here's another shot. Hongla. No deflection again. Just camera angles. All right, Milik. Keane. Keane runs it. He's got lots of space. It's in. Yes. Oh, again, I'm just trashing camera angles. There it is. I'm like, no, that didn't go in, but it went in. Just sailed over him, floated in, and here's the dance, guys. Here's the dance. Enjoy it. It finally happened. Who was calling that one today? And I wasn't feeling it. I'm wrong. I'm wrong again, guys. Moisey, there you go. Let's hear it. I'm sure Dash is here. Yeah, my money's on Keane scoring. Yeah, thanks, Dash. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, it did take a piece. It did take a piece, and Montipo did get a piece as well. I mean, you got to shoot. Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Michael Scott also said that. Bones had the prediction. All right, Bones again. Moneybags Keane. Dash, should I call? Yeah, Dash, nobody's listening to you. Keane over Milk anytime. All right, we got some Keane fans. Keane Aldo. Oh, yes, Peepo as well. Dash is just trolling now. Dash, you didn't call anything. You're a cheater. That's all you are, Dash. All right. Back under play. Feels a little bit better now, though, right? Kostic is down yelling. His foot, his ankle. Unless Kostic is trying to sell the ref on another card, because that would be double yellow, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, they're showing. So that was from so Rabiot gets on the scoreboard as well with an assist. What do I think of the play on the goal? It felt like the build-up, I guess, because it wasn't like this very long over the top. Okay, so here we go. We got Paredes swapping out for Locatelli, Moretti for Fagioli. Some midfield substitutions. Yeah, like I wasn't prepared for it because of the pace of the game, right? When I go and look at the replays, maybe it'll be a bit different. But yeah, I mean, Rabiot just got on it, which he had been doing most of the match, trying to find that ball, coming just sailing into the midfield. He's been picking up a bit of those garbage balls. So he did. He took control of that ball, but it was mostly Verona was caught. Their defense was caught asleep. They kind of committed to that a counter, perhaps. They got too far ahead. They got a bit sloppy. Again, I might be a bit off. I'll have to look. Ooh, Lasagna going long. Sailing it just over. Again, Lasagna. I love this guy. Just a classic Serie A. You know, nothing great, but he's been around forever. But anyways, yeah, so Keane was smart enough to find that space. He saw that massive gap, and it was a fairly easy pass for Rabiot, really. And yeah, he just kicked it. He just kicked it. That was it. At the end of the day, yeah, he just put it on net. That's what he did. And when the defense is scrambling, you have all that time and space, that you got to score, and that's what they did. It wasn't the prettiest, but it was good. I don't know. Those ugly goals. That's what you need sometimes. Just throw the balls on the net, and you never know what happens. So they have Veloso out for Sulmani, and I just missed the other one. A couple changes there as well for Verona. Okay, so Bones doesn't think Fajoli's scoring, but still Rabbio, or Rabbi Goat. Okay, so Verona, are they gonna start fighting for this a little? I think they might. Yeah, they just threw one in the box. Didn't pan out though. See what those two substitutions do as well. I think ours was mostly squad rotation over any sort of tactics. They were like for like positions as well. Let's just call it like a defensive midfielder and a central midfielder. And I know we can argue whether Locatelli is really a defensive midfielder. But I think Allegri is trying to turn him into one. He's been better at it in this 3-5-2 over the 4-3-3. "66 minutes. Okay, so Verona, they're in control of the ball right now. They're kicking it around. Oh, and there it is. Rabiot picking up the junk again, but given away. So I think we're going to settle back into more of the same now. Unless Verona can really find some spark here over the top. And just lasagna, no contact on the ball there. So and that's been their problem all night. If they can make contact with one of those, and lasagna could if he wanted to. He has that ability. But this is also why he's playing for Verona, right? You just saw him swing at nothing. A better player would have made some contact on that, you can argue, but no, I mean, one can land for him, right? So we can't give up at this point. So Keane looks like he's coming off. No. Okay, no, they're just showing his replay. Yeah, I wonder though with that shot, that deflection obviously threw the keeper off. It would have just been interesting to see if that would have been a clean hit otherwise. But Di Maria is now on for Keane. So let's see if there's any sort of formation change, but Di Maria is up top with Milik. Okay, so who's all got subbed? So Locatelli out for Paredes, Moretti in for Fajoli, and just now Di Maria came in for Keane. Okay, Paredes made a decent tackle there, but Verona's still on it. He's just like lunged himself at the ball, but here comes Kostic. Oh, good slide. They get the ball back. That's sort of been a theme tonight. I've noticed a lot of slide tackles from both teams. Juve more. Di Maria just kind of pushed over. Cross over the top. Way too much on it. Zanya, he's squirrely, yeah. I mean, just keeps the ball a little bit in play. Those little touches. I know there's a whole side conversation right now, and I'm kind of falling behind, so I'll leave you guys do it. I don't want to get too much distracted and miss the game here, but I like when you guys do your own side thing. It's good as well. People saying Juve's all out of positions. I think what's happening is you have one guy like Paredes in this case now dropping back, and then probably Moretti pushing forward, and there's a bit of some disjointedness in that because it's hard to do that fluid type of formation to really nail it down. So maybe that's what is happening. I'm sure Dash can come on and tell me if I'm full of shit about this or not, but yeah, there might be a bit of disjointedness in there regardless. So Callan comes on for Verdi. Verdi comes on for Callan. Throw in by Kostic. And immediately kicked back out for another throw. Another throw. Look back to Bremer. Out to Quad. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're a bit all over the place right now, but Di Maria out to Rabiot. Yeah, now Di Maria's playing deep. It is all over the place. Moretti just kind of shoved over. Bremer wants to score, yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't mind getting a banger, I think. Yeah, he's pushing up there. Like, what's going on? There is no formation. Everyone's just like, screw it. This is like high school ball now. I'm ready. Nice little back heel. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, he's a central defender, right? That touch. He's a big dude. The touch is going to be a little heavy. Nice steal, Kostic. Di Maria. Oh, man. Just trying to get on in the end of some garbage balls here. Nice try. Oh, no, they're on the counter. Nice block for Minucci. There's Lasagna trying to smash one. All right, Rabiot out wide now. I gave it away. Kick back into play here. Panucci smashes back the other way. And it goes off Chakarine's face. Out for a throw. People giving Beatles reference now. I have to admit, I'm not a massive Beatles guy. I don't know. I'm a rock and roll kind of guy. I'm just not a huge Beatles guy. Some of their stuff's obviously really good. Tell Lasagna we have no sheets but clean sheets. Oh, man. Dash, I hope you heard that one. That one's funny. That's totally a dad joke right there. He'd be all over it. All right, who else is on the touchline? So who else are we going to see tonight? So setting up for a corner. Verona is. Here it is. Headed out. Ooh, was that a handball? He fell down on it. That's got to be looked at, but Juve trying to counter. And Rabiot just kind of taken down. No call. And Verona kicked it out because they want the call, but this is going to get looked at. So this will be interesting. Somebody did go down, kind of slid down. The arm was out. Very quickly said it's a throw-in. Or no? What's going on? That's not a good angle either. Here it is again. That was way too quick. Oh, that definitely went off his hand. And that, I would be upset if I was Verona in that case. And okay, what the feed just, they're playing and they're showing me a replay of, like, let's go here. Oh, man, Fubo. Jeez, just, man, I'm so upset with Fubo sometimes, their quality. But anyways, we get back to it. Yeah, Verona, it's the inconsistency that we see. And see, I'm getting mad here. My dog's like, oh, what's Papa getting mad about? It's all right, girl. It's all right. I'm mad at the referees. I'm not mad at you. The inconsistency is horrible. And a yellow card shown to Veloso, the substitution. Verona's getting angry. I can understand their point of view, absolutely. I would be pretty upset after that. Being down 1-0 at home. I mean, they're last in the league. They basically just have to hold on to anything. Oh, that was a little shove from behind on Veloso and a couple words to Moretti. Interesting. Okay, Davidovic coming off, I believe. Oh, Carl Cooper coming in. Hey, Dave, Juventus are looking good. I'm glad we avoided them the Europa League playoff draw. You have Barcelona, so really, I think joke's on you. Good luck. Ronaldo facing off against Barca again will be interesting. One of the more interesting Europa Leagues, anyways, that we're seeing this year. Oh, yeah, Carl's a Man United fan. Sorry. Just so that makes some sense. No, Kakashi. Man United got Barcelona. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Kashi, you are sorry. You are a Man United fan as well, as a Juventus fan. Okay, so 2 United fans in the chat right now. Diversity. All right, back at it anyways. 78th minute. Wow, the crowd. The crowd is really singing now. I do love hearing those chants. I wish they would put more. I understand why they can't put microphones in the crowd, all the foul language, but it'd be nice to hear the chants a lot louder. Kind of like when Kevin comes in. Obviously, he's at the home games. He can't be traveling every weekend. He does have a job as well. But Sunday. And Carl saying, thank Dave. It'll be interesting with all the big European giants now in the competition. Juventus are my team in Italy. Yes, you did say that before. Thank you for that support. I still don't know if I can support Man United. I don't know. I've kind of made allegiances elsewhere. I can't. I mean, I have a good friend who's a Barcelona. I'm just going to be neutral on this one because, yes, I do have a friend who's a big Barcelona fan as well. I can't start splitting allegiances. That wouldn't be fair. So I'll just stay neutral. I'm a Juventini. That's all that matters. So yeah, they're showing the handball again. And he was kind of falling down. It ricocheted off his foot. I guess there's the call, right? Because it came off his foot. He was falling down. It's how we interpret the rules and how we've seen it interpreted from game to game. That's why, from a Verona perspective, I'd be upset because I know we've been there. Salernitana. Remember Salernitana even last week against Inter. You win some, you lose some is really what it is. And I know we got the tinfoil hats and it's like, oh, Juve, the stats say we get the least amount of calls for, perhaps. But at the end of the day, you still got to show up. You got to bang those goals. You got to defend. You got to win those games. You know, if you're fighting in the 94th minute against Salernitana and you're relying on a bad call from the referee, that's not the only thing that's going on wrong, correct? So last game against Inter proved that. We had one handball for against that was called not in our favor. And we still won 2-0. So did it matter at the end of the day? No. That's what actually matters right there. Just winning. Whatever because you're always going to get bad calls. Just got to win. So 81st minute, we are winning. Oh, yeah, Kakashi's saying Salernitana beat Lazio in their home. Yeah, Lazio, they're an interesting team. Probably Casardi makes things interesting. Latito, Lazio is always interesting. They're always a soap opera. Corner from Verona, though, coming in, very easily cleared. Okay, I think People is speaking, is it Spanish? I don't want to butcher it. I don't know. Let me know if I'm saying it right. No le importa meter portadas al esto hago. I have no idea what I just said, or if I said it correctly at all. But people, maybe you can school me on that. There's a few Italian comments we get to. Ooh, was that contact? That looks like a penalty. It's called. Bonucci looked like he just kicked into his thigh. And Bonucci has been, but is he getting a red? It is being checked. It was whistled immediately. Ah, that does not look good. Oh, he did win it though. And the other guy kicked Bonucci. Now, this can obviously be controversial because it's the defender having your foot up that high, but then, of course, the offensive guy. Okay, so ref is checking the television here. Oh, the storylines to see what happens here. These are the moments, right? So if this gets called against us, they tie it up. We're only winning 1-0, 83rd, 84th minute to Verona. Why are we only winning 1-0? But yes, Bonucci won the ball. He was kicked. In favor. So it goes Juventus's way, and the Verona crowd is losing it. But I think that was a correct call. Very tricky to be going high with the studs out. Very, very tricky to get away with that. But Bonucci, He got away with it, guys. It is still 1-0. Kakashi saying, I want Perny and Szczesny switching frequently. Yeah, you also want some consistency too, right? So it's tricky. Your number one, you got to let them know it's the number one. It's not, say, like hockey where they're playing 3 games a week. So having a rest once a week isn't a big deal. But I mean, but a few more anxious moments regardless. But here we go, trying to make an attack out of it. Oh, Milik's got it. Okay, and currently, if anybody wants to jump into the chat for a bit of a post game, I just put the link in the chat there. Especially since we don't have any dash today. If anybody wants to come in and dash it up for us. People saying, please like this video stream. Of course, because I haven't asked any of you to like it today. So thank you, people, for reminding me. Yeah, like and subscribe. I mean, we're really starting to climb up, and it gets me excited, of course. Let's see where we're at. Just live update. 795. 795, guys. And I do have to remind you as well to comment on the 750 subscriber shirt giveaway video. I am going to try to repost that as well, or I will on socials and whatnot. But make a comment on that video, and that enters you for a chance to win the Il Pintarico Alessandro Del Piero t-shirt from our store. And yeah, just check it out at turngiants.com. Of course, I'm not going to break any more of this game up. The last 3 minutes about to tick away here. Will they have a classic Allegri win at the 1-0 scoreline away from home? Kakashi he just doesn't want tech. Oh my god! I'm just gonna say tech. That's why I say tech. Not to be too fatigued. You're seeing this in United matches. De Gea just plays every match, and that backfired in the Aston Villa game. Yeah, I mean, man management, right? So, but that's why your number 2 has to be okay with being the number 2 and coming into games like Verona when you play on Sunday. That's when you want your number 2, especially if it's like that round of 16 Copa match and you're playing, I don't know, it's a Serie B team, right? Okay, like throwing in Pernin, and even at that point, you can put in Pinsolio. But that's why there is sort of a hierarchy. Tech is the number 1. I know there's a lot of argument for Perlin, and Perlin is great. We talked about it yesterday. Tech's got 83%, 83% tiles. How am I saying it? 83% save percentage. and Perlin has 82. But Di Maria trying to make something of it here. Still on it. No, it's cleared away. So 83, 82. Obviously, still in Tech's favor because he has more minutes. I think he does. Moretti's header just kind of goes wide. But anyways, they're both great. And the argument kind of stands as Perlin is more an out-and-out goalkeeper. His goalkeeping skills themselves are better than Tech, but Tech has better distribution, better with the foot. He's more fleshed out. He's more of a well-rounded keeper. And I mean, he can still stop the ball. I think because Tech does play the ball a little bit more, he is more susceptible to those mistakes. People saying Milik's doing a team game. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, he's showing up for the team. Bremer, again, he just whiffs at it. Played into Di Maria, volleyed, and it's wide. This becomes a secret Man United stream. What happens? Man United people are everywhere. I don't get it. And in Canada, like where I am, there's not that many football, soccer fans. but I want to say like 90% of them are Man United fans. I know a City fan, and she actually immigrated from England. She lived in Manchester. She grew up with City, like before they got paid out by oil. I know an Arsenal guy, but everyone else is Man U. Oh, Henry gets on it at the far post, but over the top. Yeah, see, people like Perrine as well. I'm split. I love that Perrine is cheap, and he hasn't complained about his role, and that's perfect. And with some of that rhetoric that we've heard through this season with some players, especially with the Lick, some players don't want to play at Juve. It's talks or some sort of nonsense in the background. Yet you do have people like Perlin and Pensilio, Vlahovic, Locatelli that want to be here. I mean, everyone has their own storyline. Oh. That is a red. Was that in or out of the box? Right on the edge. Okay, so we're in the 91st minute of 5 extra. Okay, so the storyline thickens. This isn't catastrophic yet. Yeah, no complaints. It's straight. The guy was past the line in defense, and he was tripped. It's a red. Nobody's arguing that one. I don't know. I'll have to reassess that. I mean, if he got a piece of that ball, he would have been a hero. Professional foul. Picking up a red, though, never looks good. Verdi's over the ball. All right, yeah, deep breaths. Here's the whistle. Okay, breathe, guys. It's all right. It's okay. A few more minutes. Oh, the Lazio game. I looked this up on my phone. What's happening in Lazio? Have they started? I forgot to check. 2:45. Okay, yeah, so they play later. All right. I was worried I had missed some results. So we're going to temporarily move into third, I believe, and maybe stay there depending on what Lazio does. Yeah, I'll look that up as well. Table, because they do the live table, of course. Yes. So we currently sit in third, a point ahead of Lazio and Inter. Lazio still has to play. Mela comes in, thinks it to Moretti back. My excitement, I couldn't get the names out. Oh, come on, guys. Costa's defending the last minutes. Yeah, of course. When you're down a man last minute up, yeah, it just makes sense. Yeah, you got to sit back. But here's a shot for Verdi wide. These guys have zero finish. Zero finish. Oh, that's the only thing that's really saved us today is Verona's inability to put anything meaningful on the net. But guys, minutes from third place, worst case fourth by the end of this day, and a fifth consecutive clean sheet. Seconds now. We're seconds away. 94-45. Bit of hold up here. Whistle. 3 whistles. There it is, guys. Who would have thought? 1 game left before the cup break. Sitting in 3rd. No worse than 4th. 5 clean sheets in a row. Here you have it, away from home. A classic Allegri win. Love it or hate it. I know you hate it, but you love to win. Regardless, it is 1-0 Juventus away to Hellas Verona. Goal from Keane. The one and the only, with the dance to show it off. And Sandro with the red card. The storylines. I love it. People loving it. Going for the Moisey. KF respects Sandro. It was a professional foul. He just didn't execute. Not in the best way possible. Good win of Fagioli, eh? Fagioli did all right. They all did all right, I guess. We'll break it down. It was boring to watch, but we'll get in some of the stats a bit more. Maybe it'll show a different picture. Kakashi. So we're all good on Allegri now. So on this channel, at least me and Dash, not everyone has agreed, of course. But we were never really Allegri out. I was somewhat close at the international break there. But I was never fully on board. And we did break it down. We did break it down in the past. So I don't want to get too much into it. But essentially, yeah, it didn't make sense to get rid of him. We weren't necessarily high on him. And if a proper option existed, maybe we would jump on board, but there isn't. And the stats don't lie. They just don't. And if you're somebody that just looks at the stats, you don't actually watch the game, Juventus look very good right now. Just what we saw, you would probably say somewhat otherwise. A win still went away from home, especially. But it didn't look pretty. So let's see what we have here. Robbie Goat, man of the match, 7.9. Not Quadrado today. Kostic only got a 6.9, though. Milik is 6.7. Yeah, Milik's, again, not a great game. But a lot of green in there. Only a couple oranges and the one blue. And Verona, yeah, just middling again. They didn't really improve that much. Davidovic, I think he was at about the same. We played the better game. What's the actual breakdown here? Let's get back up here. Where are those stats? Here they are. Okay, so we ended up with 57% possession. Oh, Kakashi needs to go. Match about to start. Yes, thanks for joining in while you could. Yeah, Bones saying Sandro got a red for the greater good of the game. You can definitely argue that. I'm gonna look at that. Yeah, and KF's got to have dinner. He's always getting yelled at to go for dinner. So yeah, of course, go for dinner. We'll break this down tomorrow. This is going to be the quick recap. And yeah, it gets dark pretty early these days as well. I want to get out with my puppies and enjoy the woods a little bit as well. So we'll spend a little time, a few minutes here. But expected goals, we went up to 1.27. They're at 1. They did, and we were only at 1.03 because they had 15 shots to our 11, both with a single big chance. Ours was obviously the goal because we had 0 big chances missed, and they had 1. Accurate passes, 80, not great, to their 77. Yeah, because there was a lot of high over the top, so you're going to see lower accuracy with that. Fouls, 14-13, again, pretty similar. Offsides, 1-0. Yeah, that one offside, that was a little, look close. Corners 5-4. So yeah, a lot of similarities overall. So their best guys, Davidovic, Tarciano, and Hien. I didn't even notice Hien. Barely noticed Tarciano. Davidovic actually had a decent game. Oh, Dash. Hey, Dash.
Oh, hey, everybody. I managed to sneak away for a couple minutes.
Nice. How is it going?
Just meetings after meetings while trying to like multitask and ticker and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. It's funny. I just checked the our group chat here, and Kevin's just yelling at the inconsistency of the handball calls in Italian football.
Well, you think about it, it kind of is inconsistent because
Well, I was yelling about it. That's why, right?
yeah, like because I agree with him because like for example, Kondreva absolutely slaps the ball into the net against us, and that counts. And Danilo has his arm completely pinned, and I guess that's not a goal. And then like even though this instance like that would have been a terrible penalty to give. If they were to give them the penalty, just because that's out of Danilo's control, man, that takes a deflection and then hits him as he's falling down. Like,
but that has been given though. I know it's mind bending from one week to the next.
I can't complain. This ref was good this game.
He was okay. There was this. He was a bit inconsistent as well with kind of like the pushing and the shoving. Sometimes he'd let it go, and sometimes he'd call soft ones.
I get that, but like for example, the Bonucci one was huge. Like
the fact that was huge.
Yeah, the fact that he was willing to say, "Hey, I got this wrong. Let me swap this out."
But that's exactly what you want to do when something looks like that blatant and bad, and it happens in the box or at the edge of the box, like in that danger zone. You make the call, and then you let VAR, and you use VAR correctly, right?
Yeah, I mean that definitely, and that's one of those moments where we did get to see VAR get used correctly.
Yeah,
it's just for me, my concern is sometimes a lot of referees like they get shown that and they're like, "Nah, my call's still right." So, kudos to this official for sitting there saying, "Hey, you know what? Let me just reverse this." And and I got to give credit to Sandro too, man, because it takes stones to make that tackle that he did at the end of the game. That's a 3-point saving tackle.
It is. He's unfortunate that it wasn't clean, I guess, because obviously it's a red because the guy was past the defense and he was clear. I feel if he maybe made a very clean contact on it, it wouldn't have been a red. But
I still would have taken it, to be honest with you, Dave. Because it's like, look, it's lasagna. He's on goal, and he did it before he got into the box. So sometimes it's one of those where it's like, hey, man, I'll take this red card as long as we get 3 points.
Yeah, and I mean, he walked right off. He held it. He owned it. I owned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like you could see it. Like he saw it. He's like, you saw with the card coming out and everything. And Sando's like, yeah, I know. I don't blame him at all for that. That to me, that's Grinta defending, by the way, for people that want to know what true grit is. So that really is.
Well, it's like taking a shot for the team, like taking one to the chest.
It is. It's like, so like, for example, though many people might hate me for saying this, but Luis Suarez in the World Cup against Ghana, where he like absolutely like volleyball sets that ball from going into the net, where he just like literally uses his hands and gets himself sent off, and Uruguay go on to win that game. I mean, it's one of those moments where, that's what separates really good players from average players, how much you're willing to go for the badge. And, we clowned Alexandro for the longest time ever. But this is one of those moments where he showed his Juve love right there.
He's had a couple decent games. Both Danilo and Sandro playing in a back three as center backs. It's worked out. And we've seen this as well with, say, the likes of David Alaba going from the left wing into a center back role. Sometimes when you get old and you can't make those bombing runs up the wing, but you still have that defensive skill, and maybe you're older and you read the game better, you're a little smarter about it, you can slot into a center back role. And we're seeing this with Danilo and Sandro currently. And Bremer, all are Brazilians, man. It's insane.
Yeah, but the thing is I gotta appreciate the level of grit that you're seeing from Sandro, Bremer, and Danilo. Those three guys they're pumping it, man. Bonucci, I almost wanted to skin him for that foul that he tried to do, or that clearance that he tried to do. I mean, that was luck, man. I'm not gonna lie, because holy crap! If he just was like a second off on that challenge, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a point of contention at times, right? Like he makes your heart beat a little faster. He makes some
Yeah.
bad calls. We know that. That's a Benucci thing.
It is. And and the thing is, guys, as well, is even though like it wasn't a clean, like, a flawless victory like how we did with Inter, you're gonna have games like this where you're gonna go to away stadiums that are difficult to play in. As long as you get a result, you get a result. That's what separates a great team from an average team. So we went to a very difficult Verona, and mind you, if you guys watch the pregame, we haven't won in Verona in almost five times we've gone there. So we finally broke that duck. We got to win against Verona, technically in third place, pending the Lazio result.
Yeah, starting in 10 minutes.
I don't want to say we're out of the woods, but we're slowly seeing past the tree line.
I'd rather be in the woods.
Yeah, but there's like ticks and mosquitoes and a bunch of other gross crap.
Oh, not this time of year. They're all frozen dead. That being said, it's 19 degrees outside, which is like 70 something for you backwards Fahrenheit types over there. I don't know what the hell it is, but
Yeah.
it's warm as hell for November. It's usually like snowing in your face this time of year, but yeah, I mean, ticks are horrible. They're quite horrible, especially if you have pets. But you know who else is horrible? Or what else? I guess it's just like traffic and noise. The wood's so peaceful. Your dogs are all like happy and chilled out, wagging their tail.
Yeah, come on, man! Don't rub it in on me right now. I'm in the city, so.
Are you? I mean, I just spent 4 days in Toronto, so.
Yeah, I gotta actually have to get ready soon so I can drive home and get past this rush hour traffic.
Are you in Detroit right now?
Yep.
Oh, gross.
Detroit.
Detroit.
I believe that's how you say it, French.
I guess. Is it a French name?
Yeah.
So it is. It would be Detroit.
Yeah, because originally it was colonialized by the French. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. Nightbot asking, which position are we now in the league? We are sitting in third, pending the Lazio match, which starts in 9 minutes now. We are 1 point ahead of Lazio. So, I don't know what the head-to-head is with them currently. If they tie, who would technically be in third, fourth? Not that it really matters at this point.
Yeah, they have goal differential on us, so they would be ahead.
Okay.
And we'd be in fourth. Still not a bad spot to be, especially when we're going into the game against them. So we will be playing for the tiebreaker this weekend.
And that's, again, the storyline for next weekend. Oh, my.
You mean 2 days from now?
That's like, yeah.
Yeah. But I do got to go, guys. So I did promise the cameo for Bones and Kakashi and some folks. So I did my cameo. So I will catch you guys on the post-game show.
Yeah. See you later, man. Thanks for dropping in.
Later, guys.
All right. So yeah, I got a bit of dash today. Right on. Just to finish up here with the stats, our top three, man of the match, Adrien Rabiot, 7.9, Quad with a 7.6, only coming in second place this week, and Danilo with a 7.4. Yeah, Danilo, he did a good job. Quad, pretty good. Rabiot just bossing the midfield for the most part, getting his body involved. Nothing too flashy, just getting a job done. So obviously the algorithm loves what he did. So as you can see, our last five now only losses in Europe since we did so poorly there. And a solid wall of red for Verona. But yeah, that's about it, guys. We will post-game it tomorrow. So just going ahead. Tomorrow, obviously, post-game. But then, Saturday, we come with the pregame again. Sunday, we do the live watch along. And then Monday, before our last real like league, game day kind of stuff before the World Cup break is going to be Monday with the post-game. And yeah, we're going to take a couple days off. We're definitely going to get back in some FIFA. Just have some fun there. Some, midweek FIFA, chill out. And I'm going to try to throw out a couple videos here and there. Yeah, there's still going to be content. We're going to do some World Cup stuff. Maybe do some watch-alongs if we can. What have you. We'll keep you posted. It's a busy I guess, next 5 days, really, as well. So stay tuned for that. Please like, please subscribe. We're going to do, how about tomorrow? I'm going to give away the shirt tomorrow. So if you haven't yet, and I will put it in the chat here. I'll just find the video really quickly as well. So if you want to search it yourself, just go to our page, and it's signed out, of course. This wait for a couple days, and my computer's forgotten where it's at. But yeah, so comment on the video. It's the 750 shirt giveaway. I mean, it says they're right on the thumbnail. Shouldn't be too hard to find. But I am going to get it here real quick. Sorry for the delay. But coming up. Bear with me. And okay, in the comments. Bam. So just put a comment in there for your chance to win. So far, 14 entries. So you guys can definitely do better. Just get comment. It doesn't matter what it is for your chance to win. Il Pintarico. This guy right here. That's the back of their shirt. That's the front of the shirt. Also comes in black and pink. Also right now, guys, the hoodie. This hoodie is on sale 15% off at turngiants.com. So if you're looking to pick that one up, man, States to Canada, the shipping's so slow. I'm still waiting for mine, but I did get the pink one. My first pink anything ever, to see how it looks on me. But it's pretty good. It looks good on Sam Adamo as well. So yeah, check that out, guys, as well. I'm going to hit the music. We're going to roll out here. And I will see you tomorrow. Dash will be along with us as well. So I know you just got me today. Boring old Dave. No Dash, no dad jokes. It's all right, man. We'll be back together tomorrow. People saying pink is for gentlemen's. All right. Yeah, I'm not too fashionable, let's say. But anyways, yeah, we'll see how it looks on me. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Sitting in third place. See how it holds. Celebrate, guys. This is getting good. The roller coaster is picking up speed, and it's a fun ride. Thank you, everyone. Love you all, and you all have a great day.